My name is Lindsay Scherr Burgess. I am the founder and owner of Green Wallscapes. We are one of the top preserved moss wall art companies in the United States. We have done over 1,000 projects across the country and in Canada. We do mostly large-scale commercial applications of preserved moss. So if you wanted to do a giant green wall in your lobby or a logo with moss behind it, plant walls, green walls, but you don't want to worry about maintenance, that's what our business and our company does. I started it as very much a side hustle, cute thing in my house, and it blew up. So here we are. This is what I do, and Sendible has been part of our journey for I think 4 or 5 years at this point, and has been a great resource for marketing and all that kind of stuff. I think we found you because one of our we were using a different service, and I was like, this isn't working well. So one of my interns found you and was like, I think this service integrates with everything we needed to integrate with. And I was like, great, buy it, let's go. So that was, kind of our whole process. I know it should be like a lot more romantic. Like I searched for hours and I really worked hard on this, but I was very clear on like what I needed this to do. And it's been very effective. So for us, we are trying to reach interior designers, architects, people who own big buildings, corporate managers of companies, and you have to work a lot on content. Content is a big part of this, and, putting it in all the places that it needs to go. And so how do I do this as quickly and as efficiently as possible? And also so that I can, have some reach. Are we doing stuff on our LinkedIn company page, but we're able to schedule things like on my personal LinkedIn page and get all of that out there. And so we have a whole process that we've put into place, and then we use Sendible for all of our scheduling. And we're sort of starting to monitor how it's working. For me, the only monitor is the bank account going in the right direction, because none of this matters if the bank account isn't going in the right direction, right? But, are we getting enough inquiries coming in, and where are they coming from, and all that kind of stuff. And then now with everything that's going on with search engine optimization, and now SEO for the AI bots and all that kind of stuff, there's even more pressure to put out content and create things and do all that kind of stuff and feed the beast. So it's nice to have a software that just makes it really easy to get it everywhere. There's a few things that I really like about Sendible specifically was you can format the images inside the portal. So you just upload one image, and then you can modify them for and I don't know if it's different now, but back in the day when we were looking at this, and it might have literally been 4 or 5 years ago, which is in internet time is maybe 3,000 years. I mean, it might have been that kind of thing. So I kind of feel like you're just kind of okay, does it go to all the places where I needed to go? And you guys did that. I think there was a point where you got a TikTok integration and some other things like that. So we started doing TikTok too. So, and so I'm always looking for a good hack, and we started uploading some videos and other things like that. That wasn't a resource before, and then it became a resource. So as the technology evolves with what's going on trending wise, I think you guys do a really good job of keeping up with all of that. It's affordable. It's so easy to use. And my remote team can use it and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not it's very easy to get organized and once you put a process in place, just get everything up there. We're even working on potentially doing some zaps, so we can zap things into your service and things like that to make it even faster for my team, because there's some manual uploading. So we're trying to always create as many efficiencies as possible. And your service is a great efficiency. The stuff gets posted correctly. It gets posted with certain hashtags and for certain comments, and you can change it per platform, which is a really nice resource. And not all of them have that. The biggest thing was how many integrations does it have? How much lifting do I have to do? And then there were things it was posting weird. It was, it wasn't modifying because each platform has its own thing, because they want to be proprietary to their own, platform or whatever, to make themselves feel distinguished from one another. It's just how fast can I get this done? And, how efficiently can I get this done? Is it easy for me to train my team on it? Are they able to, if I lose a team member, can somebody else do it effectively? So we have a whole calendar that's out in a Google Doc. And then we schedule everything and do all the things and put everything in one place and then move it into Sendible. And that's how we've been able to stay organized, really well. And that way I can read all all the content that they've created and all the hashtags and all that other stuff and make sure that it's being done correctly. All these things that are constantly changing. So what's nice is that your software is also helpful at like being like, no, you can't do that anymore. Like whatever you were doing before, like we're keeping up with this so you don't have to keep up with this. Because when you're running a company, it's like, yes, social media and content and marketing is super important, but you also have to deal with all the operational challenges and all the other things that you have to do on a daily basis. So you don't want this part of your life to be hard. You want things to be automated and simple. And that is sort of the message, the overarching message here for you. Like it's very intuitive. It's integrated with everything that all the places that you're really going to want to be. There's resources if you need them, but for the most part, it's like set it and forget it. And that's really, really nice. Sendible is extremely easy and very intuitive, and almost anybody can do it. And hopefully you don't have to do it. You can have your team do it for you. The biggest thing for me is like, what is going to make my life easier, better, like what's going to make my process faster so I don't have to think about something? And is there something that I can easily hand off that is intuitive enough that if I don't do it, my team can do it very, very easily? And are there other integrations with Zapier or other things like that where I can do it even faster? Cool. But if not, like it's still really, really quick for my team to do it. And, you know, it's been a great tool and we really, really like it. So, you know, it's not something, you know, because I do assess every quarter kind of, what are we using? What are we not using? I mean, you guys have made it for 5 years. So obviously, congratulations, you know.